Okay, so we're going to continue solving equations with 3 variables and 3 equations, or systems with 3 variables and 3 equations. But this time we're going to have a variable or 2 missing. So in our first one, we have 5x plus 2y minus z equals negative 3. 3x minus y, I left a huge space because there's no z, equals negative 5. And 4x plus y plus 2z equals 2. Okay, so if I work through this, well, it looks a little weird, but we already have an equation with just 2 variables. And last time, we were trying to find equations with 2 variables. So actually, this should be easier. We're only going to have to find one equation with 2 variables because we were given another one. So the one equation we have with 2 variables is 3x minus y equals negative 5. Which means I want to somehow combine my first equation, my 5x plus 2y minus z equals negative 3, and my third equation, 4x plus y plus 2z equals 2, such that my z's cancel. If I can do that so my z's cancel, then I'll have another equation with just 2 variables. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to have to multiply my top one by a positive 2. So I will get 10x plus 4y minus 2z equals negative 6. Recopy my second one, so 4x plus y plus 2z equals 2. So 14x plus 5y, check, make sure that your z's cancel, they do, equals negative 4. Okay, so I have 2 equations. I have the 14x plus 5y equals negative 4, and I have the one I was given, 3x minus y equals negative 5, both with just 2 variables. So now I can sit there and try to eliminate one of these variables. The y looks like it will be the easiest. So I'll multiply my second one by positive 5. So I'll get 14x plus 5y equals negative 4 on the top, didn't change at all. 15x minus 5y equals negative 25. Combine like terms, 29x, check to make sure your y's do cancel, they do, equals negative 29. So x is going to equal negative 1. So I found one of my variables. So working backwards, it should be easier to find the y next. So I'm going to sub it into the second equation over there. So 3 times 1 minus y equals negative 5. So 3 minus y, that's a negative 1, heck. Negative 3 minus y equals negative 5. Negative y equals negative 2. So y should equal 2. And sub it into any of my original 3 to find my third variable. So to find my z, I'm just going to sub it into the top one. I'm just going to bring the top one over a bit. So 5 times 1 plus 5 times negative 1. Why do I keep subbing in a positive 1? Oh, because I didn't write it right. There you go, I feel better. X was negative 1. Make sure you don't screw up your signs. So plus 2 times 2 minus z equals negative 3. So negative 5 plus 4 minus z equals negative 3. Negative 1 minus z equals negative 3. So negative z is going to equal negative 2. Z will equal a positive 2. Always check your work. Sub it into your other 2 equations to make sure it works. So let's see, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, minus 2 is negative 5. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, plus 2 would be negative 2, plus 4 would be positive 2. So this will work for all 3. Okay, so let's look at the second one down here. This time I'm missing 2 variables, right? I have 2x minus y blank equals negative 7. 3x plus 2y minus z equals 0, and x blank plus 2z equals negative 2. Again, I left huge blanks just to show where I'm missing a variable. So I can choose. I either want to eliminate my z's from the 2 that has them, or I want to eliminate my y's from the 2 that have them. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate my y's just because that will deal with my first 2 equations. So let's see. To eliminate my y's, I have a negative 1y and a positive 2y. So I'm going to multiply the first one by a positive 2. So I will get 4x minus 2y equals negative 14. Again, I'm going to leave the blank just as a placeholder. 3x plus 2y minus z equals 0. Add them. 7x, my y's do eliminate, minus z equals negative 14. Okay, so now I have 2 equations. I have x plus 2z equals negative 2, and 7x minus z equals negative 14, that have just the 2 variables, same 2 variables. So if I look at this, to me it seems easier if I eliminate my z's. So I'm going to multiply the second equation by a positive 2. So x plus 2z equals negative 2. 14x minus 2z equals negative 28. Combine like terms. 15x, check to make sure it does cancel, it does, equals negative 30. So x is going to equal negative 2. So I have one of my answers. Working backwards, seems easiest to find my z next. So I'm going to sub it into my first equation this time, because why not? Negative 2 plus 2z equals negative 2. So 2z equals 0, z equals 0. Okay, so third equation. So third variable, I'm going to sub it into any of my original equations. So if I sub it into, say, the first equation, I have 2x, so 2 times negative 2, minus y equals negative 7. So negative 4 minus y equals negative 7. Negative y equals negative 3. Y is going to equal 3. Okay, so again I should check. My first equation would be 2 times negative 2, negative 4, minus 3 is negative 7, that should work. Second equation, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, plus 2 times 3 is positive 6, that's 0, minus 0 is 0. And third equation, negative 2 plus 0 should be negative 2. So they should work, and that should be my answer.